Welcome to this Blackpool Music School video all about the Dulcimer Strumstick. It can go under two names, the Dulcimer or the Strumstick. If you've seen my previous videos this year, I did that on a D-tuned Dulcimer. This is a G-tuned one. This is tuned GDG. G the string nearest your chin, D the middle string, and G the pair of strings nearest the floor. But before we start, to give you an idea how far in advance I shoot some of these videos, hey Google, what's today's date?
It's Sunday, the 13th of November 2022.
So as you can see, I shoot some of these videos a long way in advance. So let's get started. If you've seen the first video, I've shown you some chords with G, Golf, Charlie, Delta and Echo minor. I taught you an ending in the key of G, this one. This version, and I taught you a chord progression in the key of G. So in this video I'm going to teach you some quick changes between chords and how to practice your changes. Like I said in the previous videos, the strumming patterns remains the same whichever instrument you're playing, whether it's a D or a G, so I'll post a link to them at the end of this video. So let's get started. For this you'll need to see my first video where we covered the G chord, the C chord, the D chord and the Echo minor chord. This is how you practice chord changes. Now everybody's different and everybody has different fleetness of fingers, shall we say, and everybody finds some chords easier than the others. So for this I'm going to do the demonstration of a G chord into an E minor chord. How you practice that is you do the G chord. I'm just strumming down for this video 4 beats to the bar. No up strums for now, just down strums. So you practice this. So you got to change from a G to an E minor, or a Golf to an Echo minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what you can't do is this. This is going to be an over exaggeration like I always do, but it's just to prove a point, that's all really. You can't do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big pause while you work out where your fingers go and get the chord in. It has to flow like counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no gaps there, and this is how it has to be. So if you're doing a G chord, now it's better to start slowly, get it right and then add the pace than trying to do it at pace. There is a tendency when you're a beginner that you start to rush things because you think it might be easier. It's actually easier slower and add the pace later and get it right than get it wrong. So we're going to be counting very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to G. E minor. G. E minor. Now when you can do it at 4, take it down to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then every beat. 1. That when you can do that, you can add the upstroke in. For this I'll be counting down on the numbers and up on the ands. Again, down on the numbers, up on the ands. But we'll start off doing a whole bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. If, for instance, your tricky chord was the E minor to the delta, you do it that way. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then just shorten it down to 3. Then 2. Then 1. And that's how you practice chord changes. There's no point practicing chord changes you can do. You practice the chord changes you are going to do. Now this is the important bit. You practice the chord before the chord you're struggling with, then the chord itself, and then the chord after. Some people say on the guitar the F chord is a hard chord to play. It's one of the ones that beginners have trouble with. Well, there's no point just practicing the F chord. You have to practice the chord before it, because to move into it, that's what you've got to be able to do. So you practice the chord before, the chord you're struggling with, and the chord after. And when you can play it smoothly, you'll find the song sounds better or with less pauses. Well, I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Blackpool Music School for more videos. So until next time, take care, keep practicing, keep playing, and as always, goodbye.